thought,
oh, that's no stocky, mate.
that's no stocky.
Big up to Scott.
Buzzing. Cheers, Scott. Right, we're back out fishing, back at Old Mill on Birch Lake. It's mid-July, it's a Monday, there's only 7 people on, so when I turned up there was lots of options to choose. Had a walk around, chatted to a few people. They sort of said they'd seen fish out in front between the 2 islands here, so I thought I'll plot up round there and fingers crossed I can sneak something out this session. Since I've been here, which has been about 5 hours now, there's been 2 fish out. One at about £23, another fish, it's called Scar. I think he said 47 as well, and that was caught that island there as well. So I'm in the zone. A big one's been out from very close to where my rods are, and fingers crossed in the 48 hours that I'm plotted up here, I can sneak one out. Does look lovely, I'd say. Could you get better conditions? Warm, overcast, windy. It's got to happen this trip. I'm yet to catch my first fish from Birch this year. This is my 5th session as well, so it really does owe me a fish. I keep trying, but just timing. I've just been off a little bit on my timing, and it's just not really been happening for me this year. But I'm sure the good sessions are just round the corner, and hopefully this is going to be one of them, and I can sneak something out. I've not gone mad food-wise. I did get the spot out. About half a key over 2 of my rods, and the 3rd rod I just fished a solid bag on its own, cast down to that island there. So yeah, we'll see what happens, but it's looking good. I mean, look at that. It's proper windy. I'm trying to keep the mic in the bivvy, so yeah, I'll spin the camera around and I'll show you where I've got my rods. The right hand rod and middle rod is cast straight across to birch tree there at 20 wraps, and the left hand rod, solid bag rod, is cast just up to the floating marker there again at 20 wraps, and that's about half a rod length just left of it. So like I say, I thought I'd try solid bags this session on 1 rod at least, just giving it a whirl, trying something different, because I've struggled a little bit this year, so just change things a little bit. You know, like I said earlier, I'm fishing one on a German rig as well, and I'm usually on a fluorocarbon D rig on all 3 rods, and it has served me quite well. But this year, so far, 5 trips in, I'm struggling. But we'll see. You never know. Might pay off, or might get to tomorrow and go back to D rigs on everything. We'll see. But yeah, how lovely does that look? I can't believe how perfect the conditions seem. Surprised not seeing much, but it just feels right. It's warm, it's windy, it's overcast. We had due a thunderstorm. They have been saying that for a couple of days, and it's not actually materialised yet. But it's 1:30 now. 3 o'clock. It's due to absolutely chuck it down. So that'll be interesting. I've had some pretty good sessions in the height of summer. We've had a heavy downpour. I can remember fishing cut through a couple of years back and catching 3 cracking fish in the space of about an hour. So yeah, I can really switch them fish on. Stop waffling, I'm gonna chill out, get something to eat, sit, watch the water. Hopefully, one of them rods goes ripping off very soon. It seems really dead on the new side. Lad in 30s, I've just photographed a 29 for him. That's the second one he's had since I've been here. Lad in steps 2, steps 1, they've had a few. It seems like they're all coming from near the channel, but we'll see. I think my best bet's gonna be last light, first thing in morning. Yeah, we'll see. If nothing happens, I'm tempted tomorrow to go out in that boat, out to my spot, bang in the middle at 20 grabs, fill it in with pellet, 8 key out, and then just sit over that for the last 24 hours and see what happens. But yeah, I might do. Put 3 on the spot over a massive pellet. Yeah, we'll see. I'll give it, what, it's 5 o'clock now. I'm going to give it another hour, get some tea. Just praying for that first birch carp of the year. It's beating me up, this place. Come on, carp gods. Grant me a fish, please. Right, stop banging on. Chill out and watch this water. Well, I've had to move the bivvy. Was parked up, plotted up there in the teeth of the wind, but it's just got stronger and stronger and stronger. And because the ground is that dry, there's a lack of rain round here, and just struggling to get the bivvy pegs in. Probably only got them in halfway, and this front was flapping up, and I just think it's going to take off. And it's due to get up to like 19, 20 mile an hour winds tomorrow, so I bit the bullet and I've moved. As we come out, you'll see how windy it is. But look at that. New spot. Yeah, there you go. That was a right rave, but it had to be done. Didn't want that bivvy taking off tonight. But anyway, we should be good. Sat there for the rest of the trip. That's tonight's tea. Vegetable soup, corned beef, potatoes. Really nice tea. Fills you up loads as well. And the bonus is, right near my spot, in the big weed bed, I've started to see a few carp show. None of the big uns, none of the real big uns, but at least there's fish out there, so that's promising. But, right, I'm gonna get my tea, watch the water as best I can from this angle, but hopefully I can report back soon with a fish. Well, it's 7:30 and I've not had a single bleep all day. I've been seeing fish all around the weed, near the island there, just gliding out, so I'm convinced they're on a hatch, they're feeding. I haven't seen any really big ones, but I'm sort of a bit more confident there is actually fish in the area. Since I've been here, there's been, I think, 3 or 4 fish come out, but they're all coming out on the old side. This new side, there's 4 of us fishing the new side. Nobody's had anything since I've turned up on this new side. So, yeah, jinxed it again, camping again, but we'll see. It's coming to the end of the first day. There's ample time left yet, so anything can happen before I pack up, that's for sure, Wednesday morning, but fingers crossed. This is not a camping session. I'm desperate to catch one this trip, but we'll see how we get on. I'm not going to do any more filming tonight. Let's actually get one. Failing that, guys, I'll catch back up with you in the morning. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. Not had one bleep all night. It's been chucking it down for about 4 hours as well. We've had loads of rain. And today, it's forecast to rain all day. I've got to set my door half zipped up because the rain was coming in really bad. But yeah, typical my timing just lately on this lake has been terrible. I
I mean, it's forecast to rain pretty much all day. The temperatures drop loads as well, so yeah, I think today I'm going to be up against it big time, but yeah, it's certainly I'm certainly struggling on here this year. But I suppose if them rods are out there, you never know. Conditions just don't seem good today. I mean, look at them grey clouds. We've got thunderstorms today and everything. It's going to be a day stuck in the bithy, I think. But never mind. I'm going to get some breakfast, have a drink. Some time this afternoon, sort of 11, 12 o'clock. I'll wait for a break in the rain. I'll look at my rain today app and sort of see if I can find a clear spell and get them rods redone. Maybe go out on the boat and put some bait out as well. So it depends. See if there's a good break in the weather and sit here and make a decision and decide what I'm gonna do. So right, stop waffling, chill out and have a drink and some food. Well, the smallest fish I've ever caught from Birch. But what a pretty one that is. Look at the shoulders on that. And yeah, that is going to be a lump in a few years' time. But oh my days. Check out both sides. What a little stunner. And I am blanked.
Well, even though that was the smallest fish I've ever caught on Birch, it's an absolute little stunner, and I'm buzzing to finally be off the mark this year. First Birch fish, and once I usually get my first fish of the year on Birch, it all snowballs and I usually start catching a few. So, yeah, really, really pleased about that. But I've got redone the rod back out to the zone at 20 wraps, where I put about a key of boilie and a little bit of pellet over with a spod yesterday. I've gone back to the exact same spot with that one, but it's 10 o'clock now. At 11, Rich is leaving next door, so on the new side there's six swims, and I'm the only one fishing the new side. So 3 rods. I've got all the new side to myself. So once Rich leaves, I'm going to put my right hand rod down his margin there, keep my middle rod on that spot there, and I'm going to fish from one swim, but get my rods in 3 swims and just fan them out, spread them out, and usually pays off quite well that. So yeah, I'm definitely staying put because, like I said, the old side's got I think there's 3-4 people on the old side and just me on the new side. So yeah, I'd be daft to move, because if I moved on to the old side, nobody fishing here, the fish will just move off where there's no line. So yeah, I'm hoping now everybody's gone, it's the fish move round here, or the bigger ones move round here in numbers, and I can catch something a bit more substantial, so shall we say. But yeah, as you can tell, I'm buzzing. I'm going to get something to eat, chill out for an hour, wait for Rich to go, and get them rods sorted. Happy days.
Now, I know this is a carp fishing channel, but I've never had this before. Little stripey, cast out, took it on the drop, wafter up bait on a D-rig, cast out 20 wraps, just felt it down, like, that felt weird, and yeah, look at that, mad. Right, get it back.
Well, that was crazy, that. Redid me 3 rods, put one down the margin because Rich has gone, so I'm fishing next door swim. One to that island there on the solid bag, and then me spot at 20 wraps straight to them 2 birch trees over there. Couple of casts, second one, hook that perch. That's mad. That's never happened before, but Jesus, crazy. But yeah, it's a nice size perch as well. But yeah, I'm going to do some spodding now, put a few spods over the 20 wrap area. I'm not going to bait up down that margin because I think Rich has put some bait out there. Well, he has, I don't think. I know he has. So I'm just going to fish over his bait. Solid bag, don't need out around that really. And yeah, just going to spod out of my 20 wrap spot and sit back, chill out, and that's me done. Wait for some action. Fingers crossed for one of the lumps. I will show you the spod mix I've just been putting out. Literally handful of saz, Trent bait saz, and then a scoop of pellet, 8 or 10 millers, and some really fine micro pellet, but try not to get much of the micro pellet in. But yeah, that's it. Nice and simple, and hopefully one of the big girls fancies a taste of my mix down there, and I catch one of the really nice ones, which would be good. Feels good, conditions look right, and yeah, it's looking good out there. But I thought that yesterday and nothing happened. But anyway, we've had one. That's all that matters. We're one carp, one perch, so we're not camping anymore, not on perch.
The weather's took a turn again. It's been a feature of this trip, chucking it down. Got the spodding done. The area's baited up. The 20 wrap mark, just on the back of a lovely weed bed it is. So yeah, just confidence with that spod mix, boiling pellet. You know, they get fed a lot of boiling pellet in here. It's all you're allowed to use, and you know, Chris sometimes supplements the feed with a maize and a bit of particle, but yeah, he's also putting in a lot of boilies himself and pellets. So I've seen a load of spods out in that zone. I'm quite hopeful that can produce a better fish before I pack up tomorrow. Yeah, what a miserable day again. Still warm. You'd think it'd be really good fishing conditions, but on this new side they just don't seem to be really having it. Predominantly all the fish are getting caught on the old side over there. But hey ho, not really any options for me to get in on the old side, so I sort of thought this spot would be a good spot. But I'm not moaning because I'm not camping, I'm actually carping, and there's ample time left as well. So it's been good fun, enjoyed it. Especially that perch, that's bizarre, crazy. Right, I'm gonna chill out, lay on my bed, no doubt have a grandad nap because I'm feeling pretty tired from today's shenanigans. Right, I'll get back to you later. Right, that's the water temperature this session. 21.4, 21.5. That is really warm. It is lovely. Considering how much rain we've had today as well. It's really nice. Look at them Canadian geese. Because it's been shut for a while for spawning. There is shite everywhere from them. All down this bank. They are messy buggers indeed. It's feeling lovely now. Now that rain stopped. It's about 6:30 at night. Hopefully one of them rods goes ripping off before the end of the session with a big one. Not doing anything else to them. Traps are set, one on a solid bag, one on the German, one on the D-rig. Certainly trying plenty of things today. Now I'm on Saz wafters on all three now though. I've tried yellows and whatnot, but a yellow from Mainline, them little sweet corn clones, no joy on that. Bait works, the edge, the little sort of barrel shaped wafters. All seems to catch on in here, seems to be Saz wafters. Oh, just seen a fish show on the corner of that island. That's promising. There's a good swell that as well, so that would be nice. Stand out, watch the water some more. See if we can see some big fish moving in, ready to feed on my spot. Happy days. 6 o'clock in the morning on the last day, and I've not had a bleep all night, but what a morning that is. Look at that, sun coming up over there, mist rolling off the water, off the lake. It looks lovely this morning, it really does. So I've got 4-5 hours left, but it is prime bite time now, so hopefully one of them rods goes ripping off before I pack up. Just gonna sit on my hands, do nothing, give it a few hours, but really slow pack up. But yeah, what a lovely morning. That's what it's all about, carp fishing mornings like this. Beautiful. Right, I'm gonna sit back and pray for them rods to go ripping off with a whacker. A little bit bigger than the last one, but still really tiny. Look at that. Absolute little belter that. Just show you the other side. Check that out. Cheers for your help, buddy. Nice one. Get this one back. Little cracker. What a lovely morning. At 7 o'clock, that's the rod down that margin on the turbo German rig, and yeah, again, drop back. So it's obviously dropped the lead on the take, come straight up, massive drop back, hit into it. Felt tight again because there's a bit of weed dotted about, and then started coming, but kiting left, might be an half decent one, and then yeah, then when I got it about 20-30 foot in front of me, it just more or less come straight in until I got it under the rod tip, and it's bouncing about as they do. But yeah, probably two of the smallest fish now I've ever caught on here, and yeah, well, crazy, but at least it's some action. At least I'm catching something, I'm not camping, but they're good fun as well, aren't they? But yeah, look at that out there as well. What a gorgeous morning. Makes you feel good to be alive out on days like this. This is what it's all about. Look at that. Looks lovely. But, right, gonna chill out a bit and then do the very, very slow pack up. I've got what, 4 hours left? Yeah, that's right. And yeah, we'll fingers crossed that in the last 4 hours we can sneak out a proper carp, a really big one that swim in this water, because yeah, usually my sort of average stamping here is sort of 30 to 38 pound. That's sort of my average, around there somewhere. And yeah, don't usually catch these smaller ones, but bizarre. Right, got about half an hour left. Most of the kit's on the barra. Still got the bivvy up, but
just a couple of little bits, just clearing up, doing that nice slow pack up in the dry weather. So yeah, it's always a bonus to get your kit packed away when it's not wet through. I have just had a clearance on my left hand rod on the solid bag rod, a few bleeps, just clearing bits up. Bowen starts dancing about it into it and nothing there. So yeah, a little bit bizarre, but I'm not going to grumble. Even though I've only caught 2 small ones, it's nice to actually catch something, and I'm pretty sure that those big carp that reside in this water will grace my landing net very soon. It's just keep turning up, keep putting the effort in, and it'll all come good in the end for sure. I'm going to get back out again in a couple of weeks. Not sure where I'm going. Might end up at Disney, not Disney, or Trent View. So yeah, we'll see how I feel nearer the time. But I'd like to thank everybody who's hit that subscribe button just lately. The channel is growing nicely. It's all greatly appreciated. Appreciate all the comments. I reply to everybody. I appreciate all the likes. I will drop a subscribe button there. If you could subscribe to the channel, it's greatly appreciated. Take care. Tight lines. See you on the next one.